What's going on, everyone? This is Gunsnipe and welcome to another episode of Path to the Platinum here on my channel. In this episode, we're going to be getting the visitation trophies. Basically, there are 15 of these trophies where you have to go visit the orbiting bodies in the Kerbal system, from the Mun to Elu. Now, in this episode, we're going to go from the Mun all the way to Jool and back to Kerbin. Now, necessarily you don't have to land on these planets or these moons. All you have to do is orbit around them, or at least get to them, and go back to Kerbin and land safely. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Now, as you can see, I already have my command ship, the advanced CSM, already orbiting Kerbin, as you can see. I already had this pre-made and all that stuff. That way we don't have to go through all the technical specs of building the ship and getting it up there and up into space. So again, we're gonna be using the cheat system like we did with the flyby trophies. So again, you want to press start and type in the commands for the first four buttons of the Konami code in the start menu. And as such, like I said, we are gonna go from the Mun all the way to Jool and back to Kerbin and land safely. So again, we want to set our orbits to the Mun, and there's the Mun right there. Then we want to go to Minmus, which is, and of course we'll get that trophy, fly me to the Mun. Well, to be honest, in all seriousness, I'm doing this on another account. when I was landing these three Kerbals back on my previous account, on the secondary account, which I am doing the rest of the trophies on later. In all seriousness, when I landed these three Kerbals on Kerbin, all the visitation trophies unlocked, and I couldn't get the footage. So I'm doing this on a third account that I got to get the visitation trophies, so that way y'all can see it. Okay, so we will be seeing the flyby trophies pop once again for these for this video, for these planetary bodies that we are going to see. Okay, so anyway, we're at Minmus, so we're gonna go ahead and hit Moho and set orbit. There's Moho. And then we go to Eve. Of course, because of Eve being a planet, it sets the it's set up to a minimal. It set the SMA, or semi-major axis, to a higher orbit. And there's Eve. Now we'll go to Duna. And there's Duna. This planet pretty much is like Mars in a way. So next we'll hit Ike. And sometimes these trophies don't. Oh, there we go. There's getting even. Okay. Okay. Now to Ike. And there's Ike. And lastly, Jool. And Jool's a gas giant. And we're on the dark side of Jool. But as you can see, we're there. We are practically around Jool. So I'm going to get to the map, and that's Jool, the big gas giant. Okay, so now we have to go back to Kerbin. Set our orbit. Oh wait, hang on. If your orbit's this large, you want to just click on that, and you basically want to set it to 20,000. If that doesn't work, it will set it back to like the minimum orbit, which there it is, 686,000. So that's the minimum orbit for our Kerbin. Okay, so now that we visited those planets, or moons, we basically just want to set our retrograde. Once retrograde is set, I'm going to go ahead and flip the ship around so that the nav ball is oriented like it would be on the planet. And I'm going to zoom this back in, and we're going to watch. Turn the engine on. I'm going to do a retrograde burn. That way our circle, we can at least go into Kerbin. We just basically trying to fall back into Kerbin, that way we can land safely. Okay, so now we have our burn. I'm going to go ahead and warp as close as we can to it, because we want to jettison all this. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And I'm going to jettison and get the parachutes ready. And there goes our service module pod with the with the solar panels and the high gain antenna still up. Should have put those down, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and speed this up so we can do our re-entry. And there we go. We are re-entering the Kerbin atmosphere. And we're going to be doing a water landing, but that's okay. Our parachutes are deployed. And we will slow down. But we're going to be slowing down like real close to the ground though. And there we go. We are now descending at 8.3 meters per second. And we'll be landing in about 4 seconds. And there we go. We've landed. And there we go. We got the Jool of the Starry Sea. Is that it? That can't be it. There we go. A rocky planet. Yeah, sometimes these trophies take a little bit of time to pop. Duna 2000. One does not simply return from Eve. Got my Moho back. Flying Minmus. To the Mun and Back. And I believe... Okay, and the right kind of pilot, because we get returned back from space. And that should be it. And that's it for this episode of Path to the Platinum. Kind of weird way. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, please drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next episode.